If I told you a year ago that you would have to walk into a bank with a mask on, you never would have believed me. But it's true these days, and we happen to be in Watseka at Prospect Bank with Brittany Kluver, the Chief Deposit Officer here.
Yes.
And since we're 6 feet apart, I suppose we can take these off.
Let's do that.
But it is weird to walk into a bank with a mask on, because that was frowned upon before COVID.
Yes, every rule that we ever learned was no mask when you walk in a bank. So it was definitely a different challenge, but we're in a different world today.
I am thrilled to not be talking about savings accounts and checking accounts and interest rates. Well, all of that you guys do, of course.
Yes.
But today we're talking about health savings accounts, which for me, I was used to doing that through my employer and not through a bank. So tell me about how you guys are investing in your community through these HSAs.
Sure. So HSA obviously stands for Health Savings Account, and they were brought into act in 2004 with President George W. Bush. So it's a great opportunity as insurance costs increase, the deductibles are increasing. This gives you a way to save money by putting it into the Health Savings Account. You might use it now, you might use it in 10 years, and earn some interest on it, and then use it for your qualified medical expenses.
So correct me if I'm wrong, the goal here is to not have to pay tax on this money, use it for health-related things, of which there's a very long list. We don't probably need to go through all of that. Is this for people who don't have that option through their employer? Are there benefits to doing it through a bank as opposed to who you work for?
Sure. So you do have to be enrolled in a high deductible health insurance plan, which that primarily then would come from your employer. And once you're in that type of coverage, then you have the opportunity to open any type of health savings account. So your employer might provide an opportunity. There's multiple banks. Prospect Bank has that option as well. So it's an investment tool that is available from multiple different avenues.
Are they all the same?
No, they're not all the same. I mean, obviously it's a savings account, but you can have different interest rates. There's different fees that might be associated with it. Prospect Bank, we earn a very competitive interest rate on our accounts. We waive most of the fees for the first 12 months, so it gives you an opportunity to build that up and get your savings account going. So, yeah.
Earlier you said there was you could use it for any length of time. I was always familiar with like the 1 year, if you don't use it, you lose it kind of thing. That's not the case anymore?
That's a flexible spending account, so it's a little bit different. Health savings account, flexible spending account, and that's an advantage of these health savings accounts because you don't ever lose it. You can, you've got it for your life, and then you can name beneficiaries, and it can roll over to a spouse or potential, children or whatever. So, yep, you don't lose it, which is the great advantage. Like I said, put it in there while you don't have to spend it on medical, and then use it 10, 15, 20 years down the road. It
did always feel a little inconvenient, like, well, I wasn't sick enough this year. I'm going to have to figure out a way to use this money. What's the process for getting started if you're like, yeah, that sounds great, I need that, don't have it through my employer?
Sure.
How do they come to you and get that process going?
So Prospect Bank offers multiple options. You can come into one of our 9 locations and meet with one of our customer service representatives who would gladly help you and walk through the process. Or we have online account application, and you can do it all electronically. We have an e-sign service, so you can sign your name, sign it away, start earning, start saving, and use it for your qualified medical expenses.
And for people who haven't been to a bank in a while because of COVID, you guys are open. You can walk through the front door and talk to somebody in person if you'd like.
Yes, we have all options, whatever works for the customer and whatever they're happy with, doing.
All right, well, I had no idea that HSA was a thing through a bank, but I've learned something new today, and thanks for sharing it with us.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll get you all the details you might need on signing up for a health savings account with Prospect Bank at our website. All you need to do is go to CILiving.tv.